Alright, so with New Elizabeth coming out, a lot of people probably are asking, what are the best teams in the game right now? And we have a lovely Japanese website called GameWith who makes lists for the top teams in the game. And I'm going to be using their top teams right now. Although, I'll keep you in mind with this. I don't agree with their list. As we go through these teams, I will be commenting on how I think they should be changed. But their sixth place is this one, Trader Mali with Lilia and Kyo. And I think this is a top tier team. But I would say right now, the better version of this team might actually be with Rimuru instead of Trader Mali. Only because Rimuru is just so consistent turn 1. Trader Mali doesn't hit the hardest turn 1, unfortunately. Just because, you know, he needs some build up, right? But Rimuru has so much going for him that it's like, honestly, I think a no-brainer to run Rimuru instead if you have him. But let's go for this, right? I kind of just want to do damage here. Let's do this. I mean, this is a standard team, right? Kyo Lilia is something that you've probably been seeing a lot in PvP for the past few months, so there's no reinventing the wheel here. It's the same thing. But again, I think that this version here that they put on their website saying that this is the best Lilia team, I think could be updated to put Rimuru instead. But it's either or. Trader Mali is also fantastic, so it's not like you're gonna have a worse time with Trader Mali or anything like that. Alright, this match is done. Let's do an AoE of Trader Mali here. Which should almost kill, probably. And then finish off. Maybe I was expecting too much. The Amogus emote. Is actually one of the... This Amogus emote is actually one of the most used emotes on Twitch. On the extension that I use. Just working Amogus. How great. The community of Twitch is very cultured. That's for sure. And next up on their list is actually Ban in 5th place. And when we get to the 4th place, you're gonna contemplate their placements. But in 5th place, we have Ban here. And obviously Ban, again, it's like, you know, is there a question? He's just Ban. He hasn't changed since the the second anniversary. And, I mean, Light Elizabeth came out. And I don't know, like, unless they really drop some characters to help her out, I don't think she's gonna be as impactful as Ban was. Like, really. You got Terry sneezing every time he counters, it's like, bro. A philosopher once said that actually it's called the Terry team, but we'll call the Ban team for now. Unfortunately, Rimu's gonna remove the heal buff, but sorry, Rimuru was going to remove the heal buff, but then he got sent to the Shadow Realm. So instead, we're gonna just be chilling here. Rimuru was gonna remove our heal buff, but he wasn't gonna remove the HP buff. So we're vibing still. Oh, Arthur. Full heal. Well. Now time to go for the 4th team. And the team that I wonder why is in the list in the first place, but, you know, who am I to question? Next up on the list is this Valenti I guess because of the shield with resistance. I have resistance food, and I have the damage reduction card set, and I have Green Gale Thunder, right? And they see. I thought that the way they like ordered their list, that it wasn't in order, because I felt like it made no sense. But the new addition to their list clearly represents that their list is in order, right? And so they do claim that King, Valenti, and DN is a better team than Bon. Which, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, you probably can get some victory royales against like some really scuffed teams, but is it better than Bon? I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, your shield gets very powerful, I suppose. Like, you have the 40% damage reduction, then you have Valenti, and then you also have King's Shield, so you get like a ton of damage reduction. But that's about it, really. Now let's do this. That's about it. Like, King is really good. I really like King. Maybe it's because I'm a Valenti hater. Right? I don't like Valenti. Never liked her from day one that she came out in the game. I like high DPS teams. I just don't like defensive teams. That's not my thing, right? Maybe that's a me thing. I just don't like it. And like here, right? If this wasn't an AI, right? Because I made the mistake to go to champion this week. If this wasn't an AI, and, you know, he was actually playing the game properly, he would be attacking me every turn, right? Because there's nothing stopping him from doing so, really. He wouldn't be able to take off my ultimate gauge every turn, like with debuffs and stuff, because the shield would be very strong. But he could just very easily attack seal me, because he doesn't actually have to do damage to me. He just has to like use the attack cards. And look how long this match is taking. I'm a hater. I am a very big time hater for teams like these, and I'm not afraid to say. I did patience that ult, but still. Big time hater. Do not like it. If you do, it's fine, I guess. You play with the teams you want to play, but not my cup of tea, really. Bizarridio. Sorry. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you, I appreciate it. Just not my kind of team, really. Nice chat. Thank you. It's not even a chat anymore. As soon as I'm done recording, if I see one Amogus emote. So this is the 4th team, right? And I do quite like it. Obviously, you know, Merlin's toxic, yes, but I really am a big fan of the new Gaffer Holy Relic. And I'm a big fan of this team in general. I would prefer actually using Green Merlin in the back and someone else in the front, because I feel disgusting and like I feel horrible. I feel like, you know, throwing up when I use Summer Merlin, but her utility is undeniable. Let's do this. But I'm a big fan of Gaffer. Gaffer's Holy Relic is so good. I'm such a sucker for Gaffer's Holy Relic. It looks incredible. And when you get the full ultimate, which is why I'm saying I do prefer the use of Green Merlin in the back. Because you get the damage increase from her, which is not the most, not the biggest of deals, but it's something, right? And then you get the extra ultimate gauge to more consistently get the Gaffer Relic to proc. Now you don't need to proc the Gaffer Relic. You're still gonna have, you know, his passive helping you. But if you can have the 20% from his passive, and the 25 from his Holy Relic attack related stats, your units are popping off, right? They're going crazy. We can actually do that right now. So he's gonna get the ultimate for Liz, and we can actually seal the ultimate. We can seal both ultimates. Like this. Let's do an attack here on Margaret. We're gonna get the max ultimate gauge, so we get the relic to proc, the 25% attack. Look at Galfer popping off HP defense right there. Oh, I would love to have got like a level 3 for Rimuru just for the lulls, but we can pop here. We can pop Merlin ult, it will wipe. But I do want to see that Rimuru attack, honestly. Oh, this might do damage. Maybe not. She didn't have time to actually get her passive up. Because she didn't manage to use cards. Let me see Rimuru just eviscerate here. And then we can use the other cards. Yep. Could have attacked Margaret for more damage, but just showing, you know, Liz just came out. And Rimuru does that to her. Alright, so number 2 on the list is Margaret, Diane, Liz with Merlin in the back. And now, I am a big fan of Liz. I think she's being already very underrated. But I'm not very sure if this is the best team for her, honestly. It's like you're basically just running her as ult rush, right? But if you don't have her 6/6, she doesn't one-shot. Like you get the revive, which is cool. But if you're gonna ult rush with her, you need her 6/6. And I don't think it's very viable for everyone. I don't know. She's definitely not bad for an ult rush, honestly. It's just weird. And I think I much prefer running Trader Melly as an ult rush instead. And he got the ultimate for Trader Melly, so I lost. Simple as that. That's ult rush. That is ult rush. Like if I had, I guess, ult food, I could. It's like Liz needs characters to attack, right? If not, then she doesn't get her passive. She needs to attack like multiple times, or your teammates need to attack multiple times, and then she gets her passive up so that she can actually do damage with the ultimate. If you turn 1, get her ultimate, and go for it, even at 6/6, you're probably not gonna kill them. Like actually, that's just how weak her ultimate is. If you don't get her passive up. So it's just really weird that they chose her to be put in the place of the number 1 ult rush team. Because this is the Margaret ult rush team for them. And I don't agree. I don't think Liz is number 1. I think Trader Mally or Rimuru with Margaret is much better. But maybe that's just me. Alright, and for number 1 on their list is the Diane, Trader Mally, and Rimuru team. Now, this is definitely not a bad team whatsoever. With Merlin in the back, of course. But I do much prefer what my enemy here is using. Having the cleanse for your ult rush is much better. And having Elizabeth as your ult rush, I don't think is the way to go. I think Rimuru with Margaret and Diane works exceptionally well. Because Rimuru at a very low ult level can still one-shot. Like here, my Rimuru has very high ult level. Sorry, my Diane has very high ult level. Because, you know. So she will still do a lot of damage, but you can rely on just Rimuru, right? You don't need the end of high ult level. While with the Elizabeth team, I feel like he would have needed to have the end of high ult level to make it work. Because Elizabeth might not be able to finish the deed. Like, yeah, you're gonna have the revive after you ult, but If it's not 6/6 and like powered up with like the damage increase from Margaret and her passive like popped the six attacks, you're highly likely not one-shotting, especially the DN teams, because they have damage reduction. It's just like, it's just really not happening, bud. Let me know what you think in the comments of the list. It's not bad. I think some of the positions are really wonky, but Elizabeth can have a place in the meta, just not ult rush. I don't think it's her place.